What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars Super Saiyan Future Trunks. Alright, moving along with the second figure of this third wave of Dragon Stars, we have Super Saiyan Future Trunks here. And I really like this figure. I think it's pretty cool. Really nice style. I've always been into getting a Trunks figure. Like, I've almost pulled the trigger on Figure Arts a couple of times because I do like the aesthetic of the character a lot. But I never have because I've said this before, but I've like steered away from like diving into the Dragon Ball Z Figure Arts. It's Dragon Ball, and I'll keep repeating this, I guess, is one of those series that I have a periphery like of it, so it's like I don't want to go in on a series like that. I'll get a few pieces here and there, like maybe on the higher end, but for the most part, Bandai America is my speed on these guys for sure. I'm really digging them, like I don't mind I collect high end, I collect low end, I always say it, and these guys are perfect for me. So awesome. And you know what? Don't be bummed by that for yourself either. If you like these figures, totally awesome. These are really cool figures. Let me tell you, as a guy that collects a lot of like figures in this price point, I totally dig these guys. They're really cool. They got a nice styling. You don't need articulation every place. Just have fun with it, guys. So don't be down on it. Don't worry about that. That is the Figure Arts out there. You're getting a lot of cool figures. These guys will drop a lot faster, I think. Just support them, and we'll keep getting cool characters, I think. So that's my opinion on it, guys. That's my opinion. The Figure Arts are awesome, no doubt. But you don't need to get them if you don't want to. These are perfectly fine for you. Make your own choices, just like I have. So yeah. But here we go. Here is, I'm going to do size comparison with the other figure that I have so far. I got hit. I don't have the blue Goku quite yet. I just picked these guys up this weekend, found them in store, bought them. They didn't have the other one. Can't do anything about it. But here is Goku from Wave 2, to give you a size comparison with some other Dragon Stars figures. Let's do some other size comparison while I have them here. We'll get this out of the way. Here is a Marvel Legends. This is a big Marvel Legends, but it's Marvel Legends nonetheless. So there you go. And how about Figma? Saitama? There you go. He's missing his cape. But that's okay. That's all right. How about a Finn Balor turtle? He's quite over. And a Duke Thomas from DC Multiverse. There you go. We are Robin. So there is your size comparisons. A bunch of different figures for you to look at there. All right, so what do we got here with Trunks? We got some extras. We got some hands. In the package, it comes with that holding hand and a fist hand. So he's got two fist hands, two holding hands, and two kind of like grippy hands, or kind of like I like doing, poses where he's kind of doing something like that. Very Kirby-esque. That's how I roll my collection. But you get a bunch of hands. Very cool. They've been doing good with that, giving us some like nice hands with it. So pretty awesome. He also comes with the sword and the scabbard. Goes in his back with this little peg right there. It stays pretty good, I gotta say. It can get knocked out, and I'm sure this is gonna vary figure to figure. It's one of those things. This does not come out from what I've seen. Nothing you can do there, but it looks good. I like the brown and the goldish, and the white. Very nice. Very, very nice looking. I am going to be keeping him with both the scabbard and the sword. I wish this did come out. Man, I don't know if it's just tight on mine. I mean, I think it It would have been good if they just kind of like how Figma does it, where, you know, it's just kind of a sword hilt in there, you know, with a little tab. But there you go. I'm going to take this out. But to look at the sword a little more, you stay up there, Trunks. Oh, you stay down. We don't need you right now. Mine is a little bit warped, but depending on how you look at it, it's not so bad. Really nice over there. Again, you got this like greenish gold around the hilt and the white. So it's a nice looking sword. Again, just a little bit warped right around here, but looks good like that. Not so bad. Fits in his hand very well, as you saw. So that is pretty cool. And now let's take a look at Trunks. And I like this figure. I really do. I think it's pretty awesome. So yeah, it's got some like little mess ups here on the seam line and whatnot. But again, you're gonna expect that from a figure of this price point. You know, like nothing around this price is quite perfect. So you get what you get. So I don't know. I like this figure. I think it's really nice. The hair looks cool to me. Nicely sculpted. See, I'm looking at these and see, this is the advantage I have with these figures and not being like a hardcore Dragon Ball fan. I'm just looking at them as like really cool looking, you know, anime figures, and they're working out for me, you know. So the aesthetic is nice. That's a nice tempo printing right on his shoulder there. That looks really good, you know. So that is cool. I do like how his bandana there looks nice and red and bright. It looks really good. Again, his face looks nice. The eyes are painted perfectly. Looks really good. The eyebrows look good and nicely sculpted too. Very well done there. I like the green here of the strap that goes underneath, and I like the design there. I like this blue, this kind of like military-esque blue jacket. It looks really good with the little orange buttons. Really works out well. Little button there, so pretty good up top. It looks really good. The pants look very nice, very nicely sculpted indeed. I love the tear here, very cool. That's really well done. And the boots look good, you know, so that's not bad. Nice sculpt. Paint for the most part on the black is decent. Bottom. There you go. I mean, you know, you got the belt underneath there. All the colors work out really well together. It's just a pleasant looking figure in my estimation, you know, like I definitely dig it. You know, it's just cool. I gotta say, I feel like this is, I mean, the more I look at it, like aesthetically, it might be my favorite so far of the bunch. I still do like Beerus a lot. It's a really cool figure, but this guy is this guy's neat. I don't know. He's just very cool. Aesthetically, it just does it for me. So let's look at the articulation. Heads on that ball joint that we saw would hit. So there you go. But fortunately, you're not getting a lot of range of motion in there. For whatever reason. I mean, it's a little hindered, but it's not, you know, it's hindered in each spot, either by the hair or the chin. So he can do a little Stone Cold Steve Austin there. I feel like his head is a little loose, but it's not like egregiously loose. Now, we looked at the shoulders on Hit, and if you didn't see them, where did I put him? Where did I put Hit? Oh, he's underneath Finn Balor here, Raph Balor. So Hit has those really terrible looking shoulders up top. I don't know what they were doing. Trunks is a little better, but it's still not as good as like in the first series. But, you know, it is alright. You do have a nice hinge there and a swivel, and it works fine. You get an upper bicep rotation, get double jointed elbow, which works fine. Hinge and swivel wrist. Alright, at his waist, nothing in his abs or anything, But as waist, you get some decent movement in there. Can go back and forth. This is in on a ball joint. If you didn't watch the hit video, wow, watch that. You know, it kind of exploded on me. I don't think I had that happen with the first series of stuff. So there you go with that. Very little drop down. I also mentioned this before. The first and second series had better drop down hips than these guys. That was the thing that was really impressive with that first series. I'm hoping that this isn't the case with all of these, and it's just a matter of the design, because I thought that was really cool, and I hope Bandai America doesn't take that away, because that's a really cool feature to have on these figures. You got a double jointed knee, which kind of doesn't work super well given the sculpt of the pants. No rotation at the boot, and you do get a hinge and a swivel at the foot here. The hinge works okay. I wouldn't say it's super fantastic. You get a little bit out of it, but you can rock a little bit too, for sure. But I don't think it's that much of a feature on it, to tell you the truth. So there you go. That's all the articulation. We've gone over the sculpt. We've gone over the paint. We've done some size comparisons, which means we are at the end of this review. And I like Trunks a lot here. I think he's really cool looking, and I think he works well for my Trunks in my collection. Your mileage is going to vary, as I said at the top of this review. If you dig these figures and only want to get these figures, do that and be happy, because you're getting some really cool figures, no doubt about that. If you don't want to go high end, you don't have to, For real, I'm satisfied with these. But if you're a huge fan of articulation, if you're a huge fan of, obviously, better figures, but you're going to be paying more, there's that. I'm happy with like $20 to $22, depending on where you get them. I got my GameStop. They're always a little more expensive there, $22.99. I'm good with that, though. Totally fine. I'm digging this line. Said that with the first and second series. So far, saying that with this. Trunks definitely like better than Hit. Hit has a few problems. He's not a bad figure. Looks okay on the shelf. But I really do dig Trunks here. And we'll see how the rest goes. So I hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts. And if you please like, comment, subscribe, and share. That would be awesome. And until next time, peace out, peeps.